not in the York category.
No, what I'm saying is that you caught me just right on time. Let me say to you, Abate. Tenastalin. What an honor. I finally made it to the studio.
You know, for a while now we have been always doing our interviews via telephone.
By phone, yes.
So we are great honored to know that, yeah, man, definitely, man. You're there with me. You know? Yeah.
It is truly an honor, and I must say, Brother Africa, that the opportunity of a people, KNOWING, knowing themselves, is not tomorrow. For tomorrow is a comforter fool. It is ahun.
Good.
No.
Yes.
Ahun. And I am so full of joy to be part of the healing process of our people here, not only in the Virgin Islands, but in the Caribbean, not only in the Caribbean, but in the Americas. We're talking North, Central, and South, not only in the Americas, but in Akebulan, El Bilad, El Sudan, known as Africa. I've been given the opportunity to be part of the healing process of our people, knowing about themselves, knowing about their purpose in life. And two of the things I would full joy reasoning about this evening is the importance of perceptual mathematics, not just what they call arithmetic.
Okay.
And actually, unfortunately, the word arithmetic has been misused. The word arithmetic, linguistically, the etymology of the word, is the art under rhythm of mathematics. So if you take the rhythm out of it, then it's not arithmetic. Ishi. So, for me, it is an honor sharing with people here in this hemisphere the technique, because art is skill and technique of learning math based on our heritage and culture. When I was working and studying in Europe, in West Germany, at that time it was called West Germany, before the Berlin Wall came down, the Africans that I met over there, these are brothers from Senegal, the brothers from Gambia, and Kenya, mostly from the Ivory Coast. They were in Germany studying. They were studying engineer. And the majority of them I met that were studying over there, I would ask of them, what is their mother tongue? And they would mention 4, 5, 6 different languages. Kwankwa Och. Remember that word, Kwankwa?
Yes, language.
Kwankwa Och, languages. And they would mention all these different languages. And I said, what is your father tongue? And they mentioned another 4, 5, 6 different Kwankwa Och languages. And it's amazing to know that the mental faculty of the man of melanin, it is so well blessed and gifted that he can versate, not conversate. We take the con off of that word. He can versate in many Kwankwa Och languages fluently. Now, the interesting thing about those brothers that I met in Germany is that I asked of them, so what is your mother's math? And what is your father's math? And they were lost. Now, when it comes to the language, talking, they can know that, but when it comes to the math, they have no idea what I'm talking about. And I purposely did that because I did some studies, and I learned that when the Europeans went into Akebulan, El Bilad, El Sudan, known today as Africa, or Ethiopia, the land was known as Ethiopia, they purposely did two things. One, take away the mathematical system from the people. And two, they see to it, listen to this carefully, that when they put people on the slave ship, they did not put the priests, they did not put the educators, they put people that they considered only laborers. You see, because once you put the priest, which is the obia man, and obia means to obey Yah, obia, the obia man, the man who obeys Yah, the Creator, and representing the people. He is very important. He is the As-Tamari. So in other words, Tamari is the student, and we know As-Tamari is the teacher, right, the educator. So they make sure they didn't put them on. See, they're grabbing only, because these people didn't just go in like that. They sent the mercenaries first, that they call missionaries, and the missionaries were studying who is who in there. So when they were going after them, make sure they didn't put those kind of brothers and sisters on there. But the ironical thing is that the regular brother and sister they put on the slave ship that were not slaves, like the sister mentioned, these are people that were enslaved. Because a slave, if you have a slave, you don't need no shackle and chain on him. You know, we eventually gave it as a slave. So when they put our brothers that they enslaved, these said brothers who were not priests, okay, or were not teachers, etc., they also had the mathematical system in their DNA and their genes. They already knew what it was. So what happened is that the way the people in what you call the Cro-Magnon dynasty, which is the Ivory Coast of Africa, for the Cro-Magnon dynasty you have many different people. In other words, what we'll call, they use the word clans, tribes, etc. So what happened is that these people were taught the math as a language, as a way of life. That's why they're the expert fishermen and sailors, etc. We talk about the Moors, right? So what happened is that the math that was taught to our people was always in our DNA. It's a way of life of communicating, versating, and perceptualizing, and not conceptualizing. So when I asked the African brothers in Germany about that, they were lost. They had no idea what I was talking about. I said, you cannot have a culture where you're versating with people and don't have a mathematical system that pre-exists the Europeans. It had to be. So it was willfully making sure indeed that they do not speak their Kwankwa or Kwankwa Och, and they do not canal their mathematical system. That being said,